Let me ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. Have you ever felt like you're chasing something that never truly satisfies? Like every desire fulfilled just leads to another craving, an endless cycle. What if I told you that you've been subtly controlled your entire life, tricked into believing your desires define who you really are? Yes, manipulated without even noticing. Your dreams, your ambitions, even your identity, they've planted all these inside you, steering your every move like an invisible thorn lodged deep within your mind. This invisible influence is exactly what Jungian shadow work aims to uncover, revealing the hidden forces controlling your life. The terrifying part: you've accepted this lie willingly. You smile, convinced you're free, completely unaware of the invisible chains wrapped around your thoughts. Do you know what's truly terrifying about this? They've convinced you that unless you're constantly chasing pleasure, you're not truly alive. They tell you that without sexual validation, you're worthless. Ever stopped to wonder why? Because a man enslaved by his desires is the easiest to control. While you waste your life pursuing bodies, your soul remains forgotten. While you obsess over impressing others, true visionaries are quietly building empires. Now, here's where it gets truly fascinating. What I'm about to tell you defies everything they've ever taught you. You don't have to abandon desire, you must master it. You must weaponize it. Desexualizing your mind isn't about shutting down, it's about redirecting your inner fire from external conquest to internal mastery. I'm not preaching abstinence. I'm revealing transmutation, the secret they desperately don't want you to discover. A desexualized mind is the ultimate weapon for today's man. A man unmanipulated by instinct is unpredictable, and unpredictability is dangerous. Have you ever noticed how the energy shifts in a room when someone enters who refuses to follow the crowd? You can't decide whether to fear him or admire him. But one thing is clear, that man holds real power because his will is not controlled. Think deeply. How many choices have you made solely out of a need to be liked? How many paths did you abandon because you feared rejection? How much time, money, and energy have you sacrificed just to gain fleeting validation? Each time you did, you willingly surrendered a part of yourself, smiling, convinced you were free. But listen closely. The desexualized mind isn't cold or empty. It burns fiercely without burning out. It observes desire, understands it, respects it, but never serves it. It's not a slave, it's a sovereign, a strategist. And when desire stops ruling your life and starts serving it, everything changes. Let me take you somewhere dark for a moment. Imagine a man who spends his life seeking approval through appearances. He trains obsessively. He dresses impeccably. He piles up debt, all for an external glance. When he gets it, he feels momentarily victorious, until that feeling quickly evaporates because it was never real to begin with. Then the cycle repeats. Do you know what that's called? Addiction disguised cleverly as self-love, success, or masculinity. Ask yourself honestly, if tomorrow you woke up to discover that no one desired you, would you still feel worthy? If your honest answer is no, you're standing on quicksand, sinking deeper with every passing second. The solution: desexualize your mind. Separate your true value from the fleeting approval of others. Come back to yourself. Start over. This won't be comfortable. It means confronting and killing a part of you that's been fed since you first saw an advertisement or received a compliment. In shadow integration, this painful confrontation with hidden parts of yourself is essential. Since society first told you that a real man conquers, but hear this clearly, a real man conquers himself. And that conquest requires a free mind. One that doesn't react, it chooses. Doesn't crawl, it rises. Ever wonder why great leaders, thinkers, and creators possess an almost supernatural aura? Because their minds are desexualized, not because they lack desire, but because they have harnessed it. They've transformed their impulses into vision, their cravings into legacy. While the world chases momentary pleasure, these rare souls pursue eternity. Let's go deeper still, because psychology doesn't lie. Freud said it plainly. Unused sexual energy can be sublimated, redirected into creativity and purpose. The same force that drags you into darkness can lift you to greatness. That's alchemy, psychological and spiritual. How do you master this? It doesn't happen overnight. It's an internal war. Every time you're tempted to seek external validation, pause and ask yourself, why? Every time you crave approval, breathe deeply and sit with the void. Because in that emptiness lies the trap they've set for you. We've been conditioned to run from that void, but it isn't your enemy, it's your sanctuary. It's where true rebuilding begins. A desexualized mind is powerful precisely because it doesn't need. And when you don't need, you don't beg. And when you stop begging, nobody can manipulate you. In that moment, you become truly free. Imagine walking down the street completely free from the desperate need to be liked, moving effortlessly above the noise. While others shout and clamor for attention, you move silently. Silence is threatening because it reveals it makes others uncomfortable. It shows them you're no longer playing their game, and people will attack you for it. They'll ridicule your silence, mock your discipline, label you cold or distant, because your freedom exposes their weakness. While you remained a slave, they were comfortable. But your newfound freedom is an unbearable reflection of their captivity. This path isn't popular, celebrated, or rewarded, but it resonates deep within like an unshakable truth. That's the strength of the desexualized mind. It doesn't have to prove anything. Its mere existence reshapes the environment. But here's the hardest truth yet. Your real enemy isn't outside. It's within. It's the voice whispering, you can't do it, that you aren't worthy, that life's easier if you just surrender to the game. That voice isn't yours, it's the world speaking through you. You must silence it not with screams, but with action, discipline, and unyielding willpower. One day you'll look back and barely recognize who you once were, because the person before was programmed asleep. Now you're awake. This awakening aligns perfectly with the journey described by the Jungian method of inner confrontation, facing your hidden truths to reclaim genuine freedom. That awakening is brutal. You see clearly the chains that bind everyone else, and you simply walk forward. Not because you're superior, but because you've chosen freedom. Next time you're tempted by validation, look in the mirror, not at your appearance, but deep into your eyes, and ask yourself, who's in charge here? If it's not you, you're not truly free yet. But if you can confidently say, I decide, you've crossed over. You've broken the cycle. You've claimed your power. And now the critical question arises, who are you truly fighting against? Most assume it's society or culture, external influences. But the real adversary is emotional conditioning, an invisible system that links your self-worth to external approval, your identity to reflected validation. Since childhood, you've been trained to earn love, measure your worth by attention, and believe that if you're not desired, you don't exist. This conditioning affects every decision, every relationship, every moment of solitude. You feel anxious when no one notices you. You're addicted to reflection, dependent on external signals to affirm your existence. But emotional autonomy means breaking free. It means no longer begging for energy, but generating it yourself. It means connecting from a place of fullness, not need. The desexualized mind doesn't empty itself. It reinvests energy into purpose, presence, depth. Desire distracts, but mastery brings laser-sharp focus. The real superpower today is sustained attention, being present without escaping to immediate gratification. In a distracted world, sustained attention sets you apart. Yet, when you master desire, your emotions don't vanish. They become clearer, more vivid. Your intuition sharpens. Your presence becomes potent. You no longer speak to please, you speak to transform. You no longer act to impress, you act to impact. This is the revolution. Not reacting blindly, but responding consciously, becoming the architect of your life. A mind freed from manipulation is the greatest threat to the system because it can't be controlled. Your role isn't to fit in. It's to break the mold, to live authentically. Carl Jung's shadow work emphasizes precisely this authenticity through understanding and integrating your shadow self. Now you've reached the edge not of this video, but of the abyss inside yourself. If you've stayed with me this long, something deep within you has awakened. Something powerful that demands liberation. This isn't just another talk. It's a mirror. Your internal revolution begins here. If you feel this shift, declare in the comments, "The one who doesn't need dominates." And if this touched you deeply, subscribe, because here we don't repeat hollow messages. Here, we tear away every lie, awakening your true essence. I leave you now in powerful silence, letting these truths echo within. If you can't sleep after this, congratulations, you're finally awake. See you soon, warrior of silence. See you where few dare venture deep within.